Hey guys, Saiyan Survive here, and we're here with another episode review for Yashahime Princess Half Demon for episode 2, which is entitled The Three Princesses. But first, if you haven't already, hit that like button for this video and smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell when I upload new videos just like this covering anime and manga content like Yashahime, and more Burn the Witch content is coming soon. Just watch out for that. And if you haven't noticed, I did improve the content here a little bit with that new animation for like, sub, and notification bells. Hope you guys enjoy that. Now I am late on this review, but I just want to get this out as soon as I could, and I was feeling tired, but now I have the energy to do it, so let's get started on this review. Now I'm starting to see the complaints about how like everyone's saying that this is basically a rehash of the original Inuyasha series, and it is kind of obviously clear that that is what is happening right now. But of course there is some twists, there is some differences, but it's not entirely the same. Now in comparison, this could be just like how A New Hope was remade with The Force Awakens, so it is kind of like that in some ways, but there's obviously some differences. But I do feel like later on in the series it will be its own thing, it will be in its different course, not exact story told detail by detail. But it is kind of hard to ignore the fact that Yashahime is taking elements of Inuyasha, the original series, and making it to its own. But the episode starts off with when we see a very young Setsuna and Toa in a flashback where they're basically playing in a forest, but then there's a fire that started, and that fire gets them separated when a tree falls out and separates the two. And you can see Toa imagining, why did I let go of my sister's hand? I should have never done that. But as like after they got separated, there was a huge danger that was coming towards Toa, and her eye flashes, and that eye flash actually transports her to the present day. Obviously that's where her rainbow pearl is. But I honestly thought that Toa was going to be transported to the present world through the Bone Eater's well, but of course that was different. Obviously they're trying to be completely like the original series, so I do commend the animation staff for taking that route. And of course we see Sota, who is now all grown up, finding Toa and trying to find Setsuna, my bad. So obviously Toa's trying to look for her sister, but you can tell very early on that Sota knows that Toa is not from this world, that she's from the past, but obviously they cannot go there. And it was actually really heartbreaking because Sota knows, my bad, that she might be from where Kagome is right now. And obviously you can tell that he does miss his sister, and possibly Toa does remind of Sota of his sister. But then later on we go to flash forward to the present day, where we see how Toa is, and we are introduced to her sister, well, Sota's true daughter, Mei, who's very cute. Some people do find her annoying, but I do find her very cute and adorable. But maybe because she reminds me of my niece a lot, and she's around that age. And of course Toa is dressed more masculine and like a boy, and Sota does make note of that. But the reason why she dresses like that is because it's easier to fight if she's dressed as a boy than in female clothing. And we learn that she loves to fight. Of course she beats up this group of bullies, and apparently like she has beef with them going back to as far as I think in elementary school. Of course later on we find out that they want revenge on her. We go back to the past, and we see Moroha and Hisui fighting against each other. Hisui assuming that Moroha actually attacked the village, but then Kohaku actually corrects Hisui that it's probably not Moroha that actually did it, and respecting Moroha a lot by calling her Lady Moroha. And we actually do find out that Moroha does call herself a Beniyasha, but of course she does that when she takes in the power of the word po that she has. And then Setsuna comes in, she battles against Moroha, and then her eye also glows as well as Toa does, and Moroha's pearl also reacts as well. So I guess when the two pearls, or two of them, are in close proximity, they glow. And with more similarities to the original Inuyasha series, a centipede demon who is known as Mr. Three Eye attacks and wants the rainbow pearls, just like back in the original series early on that a centipede demon wants the Shinko jewel. During this exchange, Moroha actually shows her swordsmanship of Inuyasha and her arrow skills of Kagome and sealing power, which is noted by Kohaku when she tried to seal away the demon with her arrows. But very interesting that Kohaku does not remember Moroha, or at least they should know each other. This goes back to the theory that memories of the cast is erased somehow, which with more episodes that pass by, I am starting to think that's more valid. And then Mistress Three Eye takes away Setsuno's pearl and they run off with Setsuna and Hisui chasing her, and they're trying to go to Kaede's village. Then we go back to the present day. We see Toha and she's not late for class, surprisingly, after beating out those bullies. And those same bullies end up capturing Mei and her family, and very surprisingly, Kagome's grandfather is still alive besides her cat, and they're pretty up there in age, so that's a pretty amazing testament to how long they can live. But of course, Toha notices Mei's tears by smelling it, and she's managed to make quick work of the bullies, even though to a point that one of the main bullies tries to threatens Mei's face by scarring it with his knife, but they end up running away after some exchange between Mei and Toha. Again, back to why is Toha fighting? She should be a girl. She's feminine. She should be feminine since she is a girl, but she likes to fight like a boy. Really cute exchange between the two sisters. But then, as the episode closes down, we see Setsuna and Hisui lead the demon away to Kaede's village. And along with Moroha, they fight the demon, and the demon ends up stealing Setsuna's pearl. So the demon now has two pearls, and her physical appearance does change. Again, just like in the original series, with the original centipede demon. And of course, that makes her stronger. And then the yokai from the last episode, which got defeated by Inuyasha, returns, but in the tree. That his remains was able to be absorbed into a tree. And the yokai transports Moroha, Setsuna, and Mistress Three Eye to the present day in front of Toha and the rest of Kagome's family. Toha, throughout this episode, is thinking that her memories of Setsuna, her own sister, was not real, but when she saw Setsuna at last, her memories were real. But of course, her memories were fogged up. So it is possible that somehow there is someone, possibly the four-eye owl demon, that's screwing up their memories. Of course, the episode ends with Toha trying to unsuccessfully attack the centipede demon with her blade broken in half, and in shock, and the Mistress Centipede trying to attack again, and that's how our episode ends. But overall, a great episode. Obviously repetitive in the sense, if you're not a fan of this series and this is your first time watching Inuyasha related content, you wouldn't know. But hopefully it takes more of a original story after this episode, but there's probably maybe going to be a couple more things that's going to come out that is basically rehashing from the old series. Of course, that is yet to be seen, but hopefully things do improve on that aspect. But yes, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Did you like this episode? Did you like where it's heading? Is there too much repetitive from the original series that's being rehashed here? As for me, overall, I am liking it. I don't really mind it as much, but if it keeps on going somewhat in the same route, it's gonna get kind of tiring. But yes, let me guys know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell when I upload new videos just like this. Now, thank you guys very much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next review episode, if not earlier, with more Burn the Witch content and possibly Dragon Ball Super spoiler news coming out ahead this week. There should be some spoilers coming out. But yes, this is Sing and Survive, signing out. I'll see you guys later.